It's week 14 of the NFL, and I don't know, you guys maybe you need to earn the playoffs or need to make a final push for the playoffs in these last 2 weeks. I'm here to help you out. For week 14, I'm gonna go over the waiver wire pickups, best QB matchups, running back matchups, receiver matchups, tight end matchups, and hopefully get you guys into the playoffs. So let's start off with quarterback. For quarterback, I think for week 14, Tom Brady's a risky one. If you have these quarterbacks, start them, but keep in mind it's kind of a dangerous move because Buffalo is very good defense, and Brady throws a lot of slip screens, check downs, which is not bad, but uh, it can't generate a lot of points, but it'll definitely help with the interception count. Matt Stafford's playing Arizona. They're not a good matchup. In my opinion, he doesn't play that well against good defenses, which is not to slander him or anything. He's a good quarterback, but not for fantasy when it comes to those weeks. The Giants actually have a decent defense, surprisingly, or at least in the secondary. So Herbert is an okay start, but I don't know. I don't have him. Joe Burrow plays San Francisco. Uh, like they don't have too great of a secondary, so I mean it's okay. It's like an average matchup. Let's see. Trey Lance, I want to start Trey Lance because you don't know if Garoppolo's gonna get the snaps. He's gonna get the snaps. The only way I see him getting points is if they use him on a read option to get a touchdown or Garoppolo goes down. Cincinnati's a decent matchup. It's like a mid-range matchup. I wouldn't blame you for starting either of these Niners quarterbacks, but if you're looking for a playoff push, I would advise against it. Kyler Murray had 4 total all-purpose touchdowns last game. He's a decent start. I would not oppose that. Heineke plays Dallas. As a Dallas fan, I'm very afraid of Washington after I think the Cowboys are in a weird spot right now. Their secondary, especially with Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis, they're not consistent. If you have Heineke, start him. Mm. Fields and Dalton, it's another one of those situations where it's two quarterbacks and know who's going to get the snap. Andy Dalton was going to start at the beginning of the season. Now it's Justin Fields. Like, we don't know. So, I mean, and even if these guys aren't like top quarterbacks, so I don't know. It's up to you. I won't advise against that. Zach Wilson has an easy matchup, but it's Zach Wilson. He's a rookie. He hasn't done so well this year, so I don't. I want it. You can't trust him. Tyrod Taylor. I love Tyrod Taylor, but he just hasn't been playing as well as I thought he would. I thought he was the Texas franchise quarterback, but it turns out he wasn't. So I mean, Seattle does not have a good defense, and probably especially with Blitz Boy out. These two, I believe Davis Mills is starting actually, and I mean it's Davis Mills. There's nothing crazy there, so let's see. Josh Allen coming off a tough game, especially with all those drop passes from his receivers that really hurt his fantasy performance there. KC's defense has been stepping up. They were bottom of the barrel, now they're at mid range. Mm. Goff had 3 touchdowns, 1 pick last game against the Vikings. He put up a good performance, but I don't know. I personally think Jared Goff he's okay. But he gets a lot of hate. It's a mid-range matchup. If that's all you have, or that's you need to get off a waiver wire, go ahead. Mahomes. Did he not play the Raiders already? I guess it's like the divisional matchups towards the end of the season, right? Look what happened last time. 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Start Mahomes for sure. Don't hesitate at all. Big Ben. This was already happening last night. I believe he had 2 or 3 touchdowns. He didn't start off so well, but he went up in the end. They almost came back. I believe this is the Jacksonville, but I can't tell. Who is this? If that's Jacksonville, Dan Hill's an okay start, but keep in mind AJ Brown is out, Julio Jones is out, Derrick Henry's out. Like he doesn't have a lot of weapons. But I mean, he's an okay quarterback. I wouldn't oppose starting him either. Russ is going against the Houston defense. It's the most underrated defense in the whole league, I think. The Houston Texans are. They're a good defense. They force a lot of turnovers, but since the offense is not too great, they're led by Davis Mills and Tyrod Taylor. They're out on the field so much that they can't produce. So I have a feeling Russ will throw a pick or two, but it is again the Texans. So go ahead. Kirk already played. Mr. Three Picks. Now he has five after that performance last night. It almost choked away the whole game. Let's see. Truz plays Cleveland again. He threw four interceptions last time he played Cleveland. I would say start him, but you never know what he's gonna do. If he does that again, who knows? You might lose because of that. You can't trust Trevor Lawrence. You Matt Ryan has thrown like one touchdown in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Danny Dimes, I don't know if he's hurt or not, but either way, I would not start him. Mike Glennon, him either. Teddy B, no. Oh, maybe. Maybe I would start Teddy B. Taysom Hill. Especially after last performance, he threw four interceptions, but he had those rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. Waiver wire pickup, I think. But you never know. Maybe they figure him out. They're like, okay, we're gonna have all these linebackers spy him, or let's have our fastest safety spy him, but he's not able to go anywhere. I don't know. Maybe that can happen. If he can't go anywhere, he's gonna throw interceptions. So, uh, no. Baker, I mean, the Ravens were have a lot of corners hurt, right? If they still do, I think he's an okay start, but I wouldn't count on it. I have Dak. I personally have Dak in my league. I don't really trust him. I traded for Dak, and I traded for Najee earlier in the season. Best trade I've ever had. But Dak can put up some weird performances sometimes. I don't know if he just feels off, that injury, whatever. I don't know what happened to him. He was playing so well in the beginning of the season, especially week one, and even against New England. Even before that, he was putting up 20 plus every game. After the bye week, though, after the bye week, he really went down because he had 2 weeks off because Cooper Rush started over him. Then Denver fell apart against Denver. This stat line is very misleading from what actually happened. This was both in garbage time again to Malik Turner. Both of them. Atlanta was a blowout, so they took him out. KC, that was an embarrassing performance by Dallas all around. By Dak, by the line, by our. No. Yeah, honestly, by the whole team, really. The Raiders. He played well against the Raiders, but the rest of the team did not. New Orleans, I don't know. He was throwing these. He had multiple touchdowns to CeeDee Lamb, which would have added him points and CeeDee Lamb points, but he failed to convert on those fourth down. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's his injury, if something's happening to him, or he's just something's going on and it's not right with Dak. He should not be playing like that. See, I would start him because it's Washington's defense and they're not crazy. They're not that good. But like, I don't know if I can really trust Dak. If you have him, start him, obviously. But let's see. Let's see what happens. There we go. Okay. Cam Newton. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Cam Newton plays Atlanta. Who are they starting between these two? Cam, right? It's against Atlanta, but Cam Newton had a good first week. The second week, I don't know. Something was off with him, but you can't really blame him for one bad game. So maybe give him another shot. A-Rod plays Chicago. Yeah, start A-Rod if you have him. He good start. I don't know. These aren't a bye. Okay. Well, that's your quarterback matchups that I personally would start if you have him. let's see. So you got the quarterback down. I always have trouble between Hawkinson and Schultz. I never know who to start. This week I'm gonna start Hawkinson, but he may come back to bite me because I don't. I have a lot of Cowboys players. This is my first year of fantasy, but I'm doing pretty well. 9-4. I wasn't defeated at one point when Week 7 came. That's what had look at Week 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 people were on a bye week on my team. There was no hope. Anyway, Najee Harris did very slow first half. He got 2 touchdowns in the second. This is a mid-range matchup for Net. Start for Net if you have him. Zeke and Pollard, I don't know what's going on over there. Pollard's hurt, Zeke's hurt. I think if Pollard plays, they're gonna give him all to Pollard. They did sign a Falcons practice squad player. I'm not sure who he was. Ito Smith, I think his name was. Let's see. Well, man, come on. There you go. Right here. So I don't know what's the last chance or last time he played. Okay, he appeared in 14 games last season. We have a good fullback that I believe was in the preseason that I don't know we're not using him. Maybe that guy's a waiver wire pickup. The one Ito Smith. I don't. If Pollard or Zeke's not playing, make sure to keep up with that. J Jets did well. Kirk missed a lot of throws. He would have had 2 more touchdowns. Godwin and Evans is a tough start, but I'm gonna start them. I already clinched the playoffs spot, but if you have Godwin or Evans, start Evans. If you have both, great, start both. At tight end, start Hawkinson. Gesicki's in a bye week. Schultz, if he's in free agency, pick up Dolphin Schultz. Um, Noah Fant, the Broncos tight end. I mean, he might be a waiver wire pickup. I don't know. CD Lamb, start CD Lamb. They love to throw to CD Lamb, especially against bad defenses. They force screen passes. They do short routes. They do crosser routes with CD Lamb. Start CD Lamb. Hurts on a bye week. I've got JD McKissick, so that way he has an easy playoff schedule. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, look, he plays Philadelphia twice, Dallas once. But I picked him up because I was afraid I was not going to clinch playoffs. I did, so now I just have him there in case. Pick him up if you have him. I mean, if he's available. But don't drop any players that you think you need just to get him. I got Montgomery in the 4th, 5th round. He was a good running back. He put up 28 points or something like that. No, not 28. Yeah, 28 points against Arizona last week. Kendrick Bourne's on a bye. I have a good feeling Gallup is probably on your free agency list right now in your leagues. So if Gallup is there, get Gallup. Since he came back, he's only been doing better. And I think he kind of capped off here in the 14, 15 point range, but that's okay for fantasy. Like that's serviceable. For defense, I went Cardinals. One week I got the Panthers, and let me show you here. It was week 12. Where is it, man? Just reload the page here. Something's up. Okay, let me just search up Panthers defense. It was against Miami. It was kind of like Miami. That was a good start. I'm like, the Panthers have a great defense. What's going on there? 3 points. It was like 42. Oh no, 33-10. How does that happen, man? Like they were supposed to be the best defense in the league. and they gave all that to Miami. That just does not sound right. But they're playing against Atlanta, one of the worst offenses in the league. I would start them if you have them, especially get them off free agency. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I don't know if you guys hopefully make the playoff push. I hope these tips helped you out, and have a good day.